guys, Charge here. So for this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a Fortnite cinematic intro that you've probably seen in all the pros montages and highlights. So without further ado, let's hop straight into the video. So the first thing you want to do is drag in your song. I'll be using MIA by SSG Kobe. Then you're going to mark the first beat. So the main beat's right here. So I'll just mark that right there. Then you're going to want to mark 3 beats before it. So there we go. We got 3 beats marked. Now you're going to want to drag in your 2 cinematics. So there we go. I got the 2 cinematics in. I'm just going to drag one of them away. So you're going to want to take your first cinematic, put it in between the first and second one. Hold control on your keyboard and drag the right all the way to the left till it's in between the first and second. Then the speed will change and it should look like this. So now bring your second cinematic in here. And you're going to want to do the exact same thing. So put it in between the second and third beat, hold control, and then just drag it back. Now what you're going to want to do is drag in your text. So just drag in the first text, and you're going to want to type in highlights. Hashtag, and then whatever highlight you're on. Then put the font to Dimbo and make the size a little bit smaller, maybe right there. And then you're going to want to make sure it matches up in between the first and second beat. You don't need to hold control on your keyboard. So now you're going to want to drag drop shadow onto it. So there we go. You're going to want to put the shadow opacity to 2.313. The shadow blur to 0.015. The shift X 0.005. And the shift Y to minus 0.007. Once you've done that, you're going to want to drag on warp waves. So there we go, I got warp waves on it. Now you're going to put the amplitude to 0.007. The frequency to 0.95. The angle to minus 301.22. The displace angle to minus 120. And the phase speed to 1.05. Once you've done that, exit out and you've got a clean first cinematic. Now what you're going to want to do is drag in your second text. There we go. And type in your Twitch. Now you're going to put the font to Dimbo and make it a little bit smaller. So right there. Also, make sure you continuously save so it doesn't crash. Or when it does crash, your progress is saved. Then you're going to want to mark roughly halfway through the second cinematic, so right here. And then cut the text right there. So drag in another text and you're going to want to type in your Twitter with the hashtag. There we go. Put the font to Dimbo, make it a little bit smaller, maybe right there. And then cut it where the last beat is, so right there. So now you're going to want to drag warp waves and drop shadow onto it. There. Okay, so once you've added these transitions, you're going to want to drag on the Twitter and the Twitch icon. So I have it in my files right here. The link will also be in the description below. So I'll just drag in my Twitch icon for now. You're going to want to make sure it matches up like this. Then you're going to want to click on the event pin prop. And you're going to want to make sure it matches up with the text. So I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Maybe that size. Move it around a little bit. So I'll like put it right there. Then come to the text. So I'll move it to the right a little bit. Maybe right there. Exit out. Drag in the Twitter icon and do the exact same thing. So drag in the Twitter icon. Make sure it fits in between the last and second last marker. Then come to the pan crop. Maybe make this one a little bit bigger. So maybe like right there. Move it around a little bit. So maybe right there. And then move the text around a little bit. So there we go. want to do is put a transition in between everything. So the transitions you're going to want to put is wipe blobs in between the Twitter and the Twitch icon. Once you have done this, you're going to want to drag in 3D blinds, the spin one, onto all the text. And then in between the two cinematics, you don't need to do anything, just leave it how it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I hope this helped you out with your cinematics at the beginning of your Fortnite montages or highlights. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. See you all next time. Later.